Hey, hello, my dear YouTube friends. How are you doing today? Please let me know down in the comment field how you're doing and also what are you working on while I'm chatting away here. So it's Tuesday, which means it is Wip Chat time. And if you're new here and you don't know what a Wip Chat is, Wip, W-I-P, is work in progress, and chat basically means I'm going to chat your ears off for a while, okay? So, first up, if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Mia and I live in Denmark with my husband and 4 cats. Um, yeah, but if you're new here, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. There is a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. And I would really appreciate that. I love getting new subscribers, new friends. Usually I call my subscribers my friends because, after a while and we get talking, you will be a friend. So, yeah. And if you're back, hi, hello friend, how are you doing today? I hope all of you are doing amazing. I'm feeling quite okay. I had a good night's sleep, so yay. Um, yeah, for all of you, please give this live a thumbs up. It helps all the YouTube algorithms and I don't know what, okay? So, yes, Web Chat, that means that you can work on your diamond painting, you can be knitting, stitching, crocheting, you can shop, you can drive your car, you can take a walk and treat this like a podcast. So I'm going to work on my diamond painting. This one, hang on over there. This one is Amethyst from Enablers Outpost. Please say hello to Edward and Elizabeth up there. And isn't it beautiful? I am on the last row down here. Yay! It is by Alphonse Mucha, the Old Masters artist. It is a whopping 50 by 125 centimeters. It is with square drills and has 47 colors. Of those, we have 2 ABs, and it is, of course, poured glue. So yeah, I really love this canvas. It has taken me a while. I mean, 3 months by now almost. But that is mostly due to me getting out of medication and my mother-in-law dying and yeah, life, you know? So yeah, that is the canvas. Then we have the trays, the boats that I'm going to use. I love these trays from Art De Nicole. Yeah, and I mostly use this little teeny tiny one. Even if I have a lot of them, I just love this little one. Then I have my Enablers Outpost pen. This is a trade that I did with Edward. I knitted him a Harry Potter Gryffindor scarf, and I got this one. Isn't it beautiful? And it matches this canvas just beautifully. So yeah, other than that, I have my tweezers. These are from Diamond Art Club. And I also have these generic ones from AliExpress. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you. This single placer tip is from Diamond Art Club. I have a glue dot in it. The other end here is a metallic one from AliExpress. And I have some of my own scented putty in it. Maybe once in a while you will see me use this little mini pen, also from Enablers Outpost. It has a brass tip with glue dot in it, and then again one of the AliExpress thin multi-placers. I love these. I used the link from Katie Diamonds and Washi. She has a link for some of these, and they are great. And then again, I have my own scented putty. And with that, I might need to turn on some light. It is a little later in the day here in Denmark. See, that helped. It's, oh, I don't even know what time it is. It is almost 8 p.m., so a little later. I hope I can get this out on Tuesday here in Denmark. So, let's see. What are we going to start with today? Oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I am using my Elizabeth Ward containers. If you can see, all of these containers have the same size. I love that. And this size, that is the second smallest one. And it fits one of the big bags from Diamond Art Club. So yeah, I'm in love with this size. I do have some of the other ones as well, but I just love this one. I need to get more of those. So yeah, which one? I'm gonna go with K. We have a bunch of Ks right there. And I am practicing my multi-placing. I am in no way very good at it. That is not what I'm trying to say here. But you know, practice makes... How do you say that in English? I know it's in German, it's Übung macht den Meister, which would be translated into practice makes perfect. Yeah, practice makes perfect, right? I think so. But yeah, I am practicing my multi-placing. And I'm not really sure how it goes. Because there is a difference in the grid size. But I don't know, for some reason it seems like the grid is a little tighter down here at the bottom than it was up further. I don't know if it's just me being weird. It could probably be. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that I'm weird, because I don't want to be normal. Normal sounds boring. I saw this meme a while back with this, I think it's a cat that is hanging from a curtain or something. And it goes like, I tried being normal one day and I didn't like it. I really like that. I mean, even from birth, I'm not normal. So with all that clever fail syndrome and I don't know what. So I'm not normal, so why even try? Oh, talking about not being normal. I just got an email today from, it's called, translated, it's called the Rare Network here in Denmark, where if you have a rare condition, a rare handicap, whatever, you can join that community. And it is, well, it is both on a website, but it is also, we have a closed private group on Facebook. There's a bunch of people in there because it's more or less, you know, every rare disease that you can find that is a member of that group. But we also have a phone and email lists of the ones with Klippel-Feil syndrome that is registered with this rare community network. Most of them I already knew before joining this network, because, I don't know, years ago, somebody made a Klippel-Feil Denmark group. So, yeah, I met some of the other ones, and we don't communicate a whole lot. I mean, we just don't. But it's nice knowing that they're out there and we understand each other. I'm Facebook friends with a bunch of them. So if I have a bad day and I write it, they will be the ones who kind of like, yeah, I get it. But again, even though we have the same syndrome, the Klippel-Feil syndrome, we are not the same. Some are, you know, aren't in a lot of pain and they don't have the motion motion range difficulties that I have, and others are way worse off because they have multiple syndromes to fight. So yeah, I mean, just because you have the same syndrome doesn't mean you have the same fighting to do. I just saw two. Right. How is it? Is it getting a little darker? It is, isn't it? Hang on for a second. I'm just going over here to turn on the lights. Sorry. I almost fell in the plastic that I took off the last row down here. Which isn't something you should do. I mean, I just threw it, and that can be dangerous apparently. So yeah, but I got that newsletter, and they invited to a meeting in January over by Copenhagen, and they will pay for transportation, and it is free. So I mean, I need to check my calendar when I get a little closer, because it would be nice. I mean, then I could ask some of the other ones in the group if they are showing up, you know. And then we could meet up, maybe have lunch or dinner together. Just talk, you know. I mean, I don't know these people in the real life. I just know them online. And it would be kind of fun to meet them, you know. I know what they look like, all of them, but yeah. And then I will write one of my friends has a son with 2 rare diseases, not the one I have, but other ones. And I might ask if they are coming for that. I don't know, what will it be? Kind of like what's the word? Convention, maybe? Maybe convention would be, but it's just a day, you know, and you get to network, and yeah. So I really am considering. Usually they have these here in, I don't know, the week 40, kind of like, yeah, I think that. But usually I can't come because that is the weekend that I have my knitting retreat. So yeah, and I love my knitting retreat, and I'm not giving that up for, you know, even a rare disease convention. My knitting retreat is one of the only things that I, you know, leave the house for more than a few hours for. You know, we get there midday Friday, and then we leave around midday, after midday Sunday. So it's around 48-hour retreat. So yeah, that is the one thing that I am looking forward to all year. Well, not the only thing. We also have a I don't know, then maybe that's a convention as well too, but with, you know, bunch of people. I think some of the years we have been up to 40,000 people in a weekend, and with everything crafting. It be knitting, crocheting, wood turning, bonsai, resin, everything crafting. Even some diamond paintings, but you know, not the licensed ones, sadly. Most of them is imported from China, and I wasn't there last year because I had a bad week. But this year, if everything is okay and I get to go, I will absolutely ask them some questions about it. I, funny enough, people don't like when I ask questions because we have a new web shop for diamond paintings in Denmark. Well, I'm not really sure it's new. I think they just rebranded. And I kind of asked them, will your diamond paintings be licensed, that the artist is being paid for and you have the permission? And they were a little, yeah, we're trying. And, and I was basically, yeah, you're not. I'm like, why can't we have a diamond painting company in Denmark that would sell licensed diamond paintings? Yeah, I know we don't have a gazillion diamond painters in Denmark, but if we had one, they would have customers from most Europe and Scandinavia, and but for some reason, most web shops in Denmark do prefer buying from China. And I tried to, explain to them, well, you can still purchase from China. You just need to make your own agreements and buy them from a retailer that will, not steal the ones that you sent to them. I mean, but apparently that is way too complicated. Who knows, maybe in 20 years or something. But I would wish that we would have a Danish licensed company. Not because I don't like all the Americans one, absolutely not. And to be quite honest with you, I still think that a company like Diamond Art Club would be cheaper than a Danish company. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, for me, it would also depend on the images and, all that funny stuff. And absolutely the rendering. I'm becoming a fan of good rendering. But yeah, I can't even remember. I think, what does Enabler's Outpost do? Do they computer render and then go in and touching it up? I need to ask them. I think that's how they're doing it. Computer rendering and then a touch up by hand. I just saw a K. Yeah. I'm still hating the part that every time I finish the color, it takes me about 10 seconds and I find 80 new ones. No, well, not 80. One time I found a cluster of the color that I totally oversaw, and I'm like, how did this happen? I mean, I was basically looking all over the canvas and I missed this cluster of 10 or something. I mean, do explain yourself. And for some reason, I never can. I know I have a bunch up here. Don't worry. I'm trying to figure out if I have more down here. And I'm sure that you all sitting there screaming at me like, look, look, look. But yeah. So that was the rare network. I don't even know how I ended down that tangent. Oh, yeah. Talking about my rare disease. See, I'm ending down rabbit holes and I never know how I ended up there. My brain is having a lot of fun sometimes. I call it pain brain. That's when I don't really trust my own brain to do as I forget words. I lose track of what I was trying to say. But mostly my biggest issue is that I forget words. And it isn't just like, oh, I just forgot what I was talking about. No. It is that I totally forget what a thing is, or what a word is. Kind of like I would sit here with my diamond painting pen and all of a sudden I wouldn't know the name that it say, for instance, a tip or a multiplacer, and I would sit like, oh, the thing that you put more than one drill down with, because the word multiplacer has totally left my brain for a while. Often it will come back within reasonable time, but most times I don't remember the word until I'm done talking about the subject. And then I will be like, oh, that's the word. It's embarrassing. I know it can't be helped. I am absolutely aware of that. But I hate it. For a while, I was very sure that something was up with my brain, because how can a 40-something-year-old, well, not healthy woman, because I'm not healthy, but otherwise normal, impaired, whatever woman forget words? I mean, I didn't get it. So I decided to look into it. And it shows up that I'm very normal. I'm not sure if that is what I would see. Again, normal. I'm not normal. But apparently it's a well-known phenomena when you have chronic pain and you have a high level of stress, and yeah. And also if you have been living with, pain and stress for a very long time. And I've basically lived with stress since 2010 by now. And I mean, I've been in pain for mainly most of my life, but I remember it really beginning to be, really bad when I was in my early 20s. I mean, that's when it got real bad and I needed medication to get through the day. Before that, it was just annoying, and I needed to relax, to make sure that I wasn't outdoing myself. Yeah. But it's hard to tell a child and a teenager, please remember to take care of yourself. I mean, I was basically on the go from the moment I was up till I got to bed. I was doing gymnastics. I was being a scout. I was in school. I was working. I was doing all the things. I got my first job when I was 11. I was delivering newspapers. And back then, we had this little trailer kind of things. And we would deliver the local newspapers Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and there would usually be some commercials inside it, these pamphlets with, I don't know, messages from, what would it be? All kinds of, from the midweek sale at the grocery store, or from a real estate, this is what we can offer you if you want to sell your house. So these newspapers, they weren't lightweight. And then we had all the commercial inserts, whatever you want to call them, in the weekend. So those we had to pick up on Friday. And sometimes we had like 15, 20 of these little inserts, commercial inserts. Yeah. From basically every store, every grocery store in the area. And we need to pack those. It took hours and hours, and then I would have, one packet of these would weigh about, I don't know, anywhere from a few hundred grams to kilos, because they would become heavy if you had a lot of them, these inserts. And I had, I don't know, 150, 120 something people on my route that needed these packets of inserts and, not commercials. What would the word be? Like stuff that was on sale in the different stores and grocery stores. Sometimes it was music stores or clothes or whatever, And kids today would never be allowed to do what we did back then. I mean, first off, they can't work until they're 15. And they have a weight limit that they can lift. And today they come pre-packaged. We had to do that shit ourselves. Sorry. We had to do that stuff ourselves. We used to, deliver our papers would be like, depending on how many inserts you would have, it could be everything from a few hours to 3-4 hours before you were home again. Just because you had to package all of it yourself. Kids today have it easy. Let's just say that. Being a paper boy or paper girl today is way too easy. Plus, they get more money today. Yeah. And then I have young people who are delivering newspapers are complaining of how hard it is. And I basically just look at them and I explain how it was back in my days. And then they go look at me and say, well, you're old. I'm like, excuse me. Excuse me, young woman, boy, whatever. I'm not old. I'm maybe middle-aged by now, but I'm not old. I know I'm not middle-aged, but, why are all my drills bugging me? Because I'm trying to multiplace. See? But yeah. So I haven't been particularly nice to my body. I mean, delivered heavy newspapers. I worked at a burger bar where I was cleaning dishes. So I was, again, lifting heavy loads of plates and stuff like that. And sometimes we had to help out, cutting onions and whatever, lettuce. So, yeah. But again, I didn't know back then that I had Klippel-Feil syndrome, so how would I know how to take care of myself? I can't take care of something I don't know I have, right? And again, where did that tangent go? Anyway, so what have we had going on? Well, last week was, sorry, this yawning is driving me bonkers by now. Last week was the last vacation week for David, and they were done with the, getting rid of everything in their mom's house. So we were doing stuff at home, gardening, trying to sell some stuff from my mother-in-law's house. And we had, what did we do? I mean, Monday we were supposed to have Rosa. I told you about that last week. We were supposed to have Rosa, but Max got sick. He is, by the way, doing a lot better. He seems back to his usual perky self again. He's eating and he has plenty of energy and is screaming his cute little head off again if he wants something. He has this very persistent meow that you can't really overhear. It's not as bad as when we had Oscar the Bengal. He could scream your ears off. I think I need more putty in this one. I don't know, for some reason, after a while, it kind of disappears. Maybe because I'm a heavy presser. But it doesn't, you know, go over the edges because I always push that down again. I know I'm having way too much here. I'm just... See, I do it like this when I fill it up. And then I put it down there so I can use it later. But, yeah. I mean, I don't have fancy nails on, but I have very brittle nails. So if I, you know, try to do too much with my nails, I just break them. So yeah, it's full again. Let's just see how far it goes. Which one was this? Oh yeah, chocolate and mint. I love this one. So let's see if it's a little easier on me now. I just felt before I needed to press very hard to even get the drills to stick to the pen. And that frustrates me. Because then it's like, well, I might just as well single place because that is easier. But yeah, I am trying my best. Because then maybe by time, or in time, not by time, in time, I will be a little faster diamond painting. Not that I need to be, you know, a fast diamond painter. Sometimes it's just nice, you know, to finish them in a reasonable time. I mean, this one has taken me 3 months so far, which is a little more than expected, but then again, I had a stub of medication, new medications, all that good stuff while I was doing this one. And some of the new ones basically made me, I don't know how to explain that. It took my focus away. It's kind of like I couldn't find energy to anything. Well, energy is the wrong word. I would sit here looking at my knitting or my diamond painting or whatever, and I just didn't know, or, you know, I wasn't able to do it. I'm stuck to my painting here. I was just not, you know, I couldn't keep my head on it. So I was sitting here with all the drills and everything, and I would just stare, which was so weird for me because usually I would be like, I mean, this is a 50 centimeter wide diamond painting. So usually most of my diamond paintings so far have at least been 60, 65, or some even 70 centimeters wide. And if I have a 65 centimeter wide diamond painting, I would be able to do a row in about a week, maybe even less, depending on, you know, how much to do and the time that I have. And all of a sudden I spent, I think the first 2 rows, I spent almost a month on doing those. And I wasn't disappointed. I was like, how did that happen, you know? How did that take me so long when I know that, you know, usually it wouldn't? And I was very, very, you know, I wasn't worried. I was more like, I wonder why this is happening. What changed? Why is this, you know, all of a sudden so hard? Or, you know, what is it with this focus? And I mean, I was slow, real slow on myself, because it took me a good week or two to realize, it might be all the new medication. And so yeah, my brain wasn't exactly working perfectly at that time. So I mean, that's why I know that, but it shouldn't have taken me 3 months to do this diamond painting. I mean, 2, yeah, that would make sense for me because I am not a fast diamond painter, but I'm still not sure. But it is what it is, and I have enjoyed doing it. I love the colors. This is pink and purple heaven for me. So yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, these colors down here is actually the most non-pink purple I have had, because there comes the green and the oranges and, all the beautiful flowers. Yeah. Which is also one of the reasons I'm very late in filming my video today, because I wanted to finish this row up here and then start this new one with you. And I don't diamond paint when David is home, so I had to wait for him to go to work. And yeah, and then I still had a lot left on that square, so it did take me a little while. Also because I had some conversation going on Messenger. I can hear Spark. Can you hear him meowing in the background? He's such a, I don't know. The second he can hear me talk and I'm not out there, he will whine. Or the second that I'm talking with one of the other cats, he will whine. So jealous. Anyway, so yeah. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna do a diamond painting next, or if will just, put it on the, not on the back burner, but I have some knitting that I need to do, so maybe I'll do that for a little while and then get back to it later. But I also know myself well enough to be like, oh, well, I do like to diamond paint, so maybe I'll I'll just choose a smaller one. What is wrong with this one? Oh look, I closed it before. When I'm done with a row, I take the diamond painting into our bedroom, place it on the floor so I can take a picture of it. So everything was moved around. So yeah, I closed the lid to the trash drills. And I do have a lot of trash. I already ran out of a color. Thank God I had that one in my stash. And since this is this isn't a Diamond Art Club kit, it is, a mix of 13 and 9 faceted drills, which is basically like the ones that I got off from AliExpress. So I looked through all my saved leftover drills from AliExpress and I found the color. So yay. So I don't have to bother Edward and Elizabeth. But I mean, I am gonna send them some pictures of the drills, because just so that they can talk to the company and be like, you know what, maybe you need to watch the quality. Mostly because I have had a lot of drills with cavities. If you don't know what cavities in drills are, that means they have holes down at the top of the drill. And I'm not into that. I need my drills to be good drills. I want them to be whole, and I don't like them having things sticking off the side, these little knobbly bits. And I know some of my friends here on YouTube say that I'm picky. I'm not picky. I am a perfectionist, which is something completely different. What do you say? Is picky and perfectionist basically the same? Because I don't think so. But yeah. And I do have a lot of trash drills. Let's close this up again. I mean, again, this is the second smallest Elizabeth Ward one, and it's basically filled up. So yeah, it is a lot of trash. So yeah, I don't know, you might want to call me picky, but I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that. So yeah, we did stuff at home. We did the garden. Well, David mostly did garden stuff. I did a little. Yay, me. I did some laundry. And then Friday of last week, the house from my mother-in-law was to be given over to the new owner. And David and I drove out there, said our last goodbyes to the house before the real estate person and the new owner came. So we walked around, basically just looked around and silently said goodbye to all the memories and stuff. And I cried a little again, just to try something new. And then the new owner showed up. And she was nice. I mean, she was a nice woman. And she had some, great ideas of what she wanted to do with the house, and her daughter is going to live there. Tell me, what is going wrong here? I'm trying to figure out what drill it is that is bugging me. What is going on? Oh, that is why. I was like, what's going on here, since I have drills that doesn't want to lay snug, but when I take them up to look at them, they're just fine. I had this little piece of, I don't know what, laying down here, and it would constantly go between the drills. I don't know. Can you see that? I'm not sure what it is, but it was in between the drills, so I thought that the drills was having some knobbly bits. So I usually, look at them before placing them, like, where is that knobbly bit? There weren't any. So yeah, then after we, delivered the keys and stuff to the new owner and told her some things that you need to know, how the grapes in the greenhouse is amazing, and what to expect from the garden, little stuff. Then we fled the country. We fled the country. We drove an hour to the border and went border shopping in Germany. We do that, I don't know, 2-3 times a year. Just go down and get stuff that we need that is, cheaper down there than it is here. And then we have a favorite dinner restaurant down there. They make the best falafel dinners, you know, put falafel and salad in a bread. Homemade bread, by the way. They are so delicious. But it was still kind of early when we got down there, so we were like, usually we eat before we go into the grocery store at this place. But this was still early, and we were like, you know, what are we gonna do? Because I'm not hungry yet. I'm absolutely not hungry yet. So we were like, okay, well, then maybe we can eat afterwards. And we came out and we were like, I wonder if they, you know, make it to take with you, you know. And I went in asking, you know, can you make this to go? Oh yeah, absolutely. So we got them to go. The only thing that is warm in these kind of sandwiches is the falafels, and they still taste amazing when cold. And then we bought in, see, there's another K right down there. Told you. Sorry if you can see me, my hair and stuff. So we had bought these not pretzel thingies, but it's called Laugenstange. It's kind of like a pretzel, but it's kind of like a little bread instead. It's about this long and this thick, and they taste amazing. We always get them when we're down there, and we munch on them on the way home or something. So yeah, we got some of those, and we munched them on the way home because, you know, we were getting a little hungry, but not hungry enough to eat this big falafel sandwich thing. So yeah, and as always, we bought a lot of soda, pop, whatever you call it, and we bought a air fryer because it was cheap, and we've been talking about it. It isn't an active fry, it's an air fry, and we had to Google what the difference is. And apparently the active fry has an arm that's turning everything while it cooks, and an air fryer you have to actively, you know, open it up and stir. I'm like, yeah, I can do that, you know. I can do that. So yeah, we got one of those, and we got some candy. Not as much as we sometimes had, because we are trying to get better and not eat that much. I mean, this is harder on David than me, because I'm the kind of person that totally forgets what we have in the house. And then eventually when I remember and go out there, it could be gone. Even though we purchased, you know, so we would each have some of it. Usually it's gone by then. Which, I mean, yeah, it's okay, because then I don't eat it, you know. But yeah, just a little bit. And I'm always, you know, having this thought, should I just take mine to my room? That way I know that it's there when I want it. I don't do that, but, you know, I always consider doing it, because otherwise it's gone. But that is okay. So yeah, we did that, and then I can't remember what we did. Did we just unpack everything and then eat? No, that doesn't sound right. Maybe we did. I can't remember. And then, I don't know, did we watch something? I can't really remember. But then, yeah, Saturday I did my fairy tale video while David... Was he out biking, maybe? Or was he outside? I can't remember what he was doing. But I had my fairy tale reading. And then... yeah, basically after that we were sitting in our, rooms, studies, craft rooms. David was playing a video game, and I was diamond painting and talking with some friends on Zoom. But yeah, sometimes it's actually nice to be together and not, we know that we can just... I have a tendency, if he's in there playing his video games, I leave my room every now and then to go in, just, to nuzzle him a little and give him a kiss on his cheek or something, give him a hug. Then I go back in here. I mean, it isn't as he doesn't need to give me a lot of attention. I just go in there, stay for a minute or so, and then I go back in here again. I just go in to know, how are you? Is everything okay? Do you need anything? Because I know that he gets into the game. So he sometimes forget, do you need something to drink? Do you want something? And I don't mind. I don't mind being the one who goes in and like, is everything okay? Can I get you anything? Do you want a soda? Do you want something from the kitchen? It's just, it's something I do, you don't think about it. So yeah, and then Sunday, I had my live. I was alone a bunch of it, wasn't I? Was it Saturday that David was out biking? Or what was he doing? I can't remember. I know that I was alone here for a while. And then, yeah, I think Sunday was the day he was out biking. And I had to go buy something. Oh yeah, for my life, we were celebrating because it was Dawn's birthday. Dawn McCreary, she is basically in everybody's lives. But her birthday wasn't that Sunday, and she didn't have a whole lot going on that day until later. So she wanted to come to my live, so I decided we were going to have a little celebration. So I went to the little store we have, the little grocery store we have here in a village. So I got a muffin and and I made myself a hot cup of cocoa. All the things that we would, in Denmark we get for a birthday party, we get cake and cocoa, either cold or hot, but mostly hot. So we had a fun live, and but the thing is, I somehow forgotten that it was, Dawn, you told us how old you were, so hopefully you'll forgive me. But she had told us that this was her 59th birthday, which I can't believe. I was like, oh yeah, you're maybe my age, right? So anyway, I knew that, but somehow I got it into my brain that she was turning 50. So yeah, I was saying we need to celebrate Dawn's 50th birthday, and I was singing like a gazillion different birthday songs, some in Danish, some in English. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. And then she said, it is my 59th birthday, but you know what? I love being a 50, so it's okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I knew that. I'm so sorry. Like, please don't be. I don't mind being 50 again. And I was kind of like, I felt so bad because I knew it. I had just made a boo-boo in my brain. Like I said, pain brain. I need to write stuff down. And I never do. It's the same with these Wip Chats. I just talk about whatever enters my brain. I never have any plans whatsoever. So I'm always sitting there, okay, so that's where we went today. I know some people have lists, they have notes, they have the whole 9 yards, and I'm sitting here just blah, 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 you know? And then afterwards, I'm going, interesting. I wonder where we ended up, how we ended up there, you know? It's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, and we also got message from our vet that it is time for Pelle and Max to get their yearly examinations and some shots. So I need to get that done as well. Get some times. So yeah, that is probably what some of the next week is gonna go with. And also next week on Thursday is my 44th birthday. Yay me! So happy birthday to me on Thursday. Like I said, I'll be 44. I'm not ashamed of my age. It's kind of like new kids say. They say age is just a number. Don't you stop having fun. And yeah. And I usually say like my brain is like 16 years old. My real age is whatever age I am at the time. And then there's my body, who's usually somewhere in the 90s. So, you know, the real age is somewhere in the middle, somewhere. So it's all matching up. And people are looking at me like I'm weird. And like, what? Can't I just have fun on my own? I mean, I don't get to have a lot of fun, so please let my brain have some fun here. But yeah. So yeah, Thursday is my birthday. And this Thursday is Rosa Day because it's changing up. This past year, Rosa Day has been Monday. But yeah, it's going to be Thursday because her new gymnastics team is Thursday. And I can't wait till this Thursday. That will be our first day back. And I'm kind of excited to see how she's liking this new team because she will, with the other kids, she will be on the floor alone. I mean, there will be trainers and stuff, but the past 2 years, I have been on the floor with her because that is kind of like a parent kid team. Well, adult kid. We renamed it adult kids because I'm not a parent. I'm her auntie, you know. And yeah, it's okay. I mean, there were other people. Some of the other kids had their aunties or uncles bring them every now and then, but I was basically the only one who every time, you know, was an auntie. And everybody loved it. They were like, oh, I think it's so cool you're doing that with Rosa and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I love this. This is so cool. I get some amazing time with her. And yeah, that is a bonding time with auntie and uncle. And it still will be because I pick her up early. So we have some time here at home. We play and we watch some TV maybe. And, you know, spoil her rotten like we're supposed to do. So yeah, I can't wait to see her again on Thursday. I haven't seen her we didn't have her last Monday because we went to the vet with Max. So I have one there that isn't supposed to be there because it has a thing in it. Wasn't it that one? Hang on. It flew away. Oh well. I haven't. And darn it. Oh, there it was. I need to put it over there and look at it. Yeah. Have a gnat in here and I don't like them. Usually they don't bite me, eat me, I don't know what you want to call it. But I don't like them buzzing around my ears. Yeah, we did 2 colors. Yay. And I'm yakking away and we've made it about an hour and 1 minute. So yeah. So we didn't have Rosa last week because we went to the vet with Max. And this week we're changing it from Monday to Thursday. So it's about a week and a half without seeing her. So I miss my little Rosa baby. And I'm pretty sure she misses us as well. But let's wrap this up. So don't forget, thumbs up, right down in the comment field. And if you aren't already subscribed, down there, push it and ding the bell, choose all, and you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. Friday, I will have an unboxing since we are not fleeing the country this week. Saturday will be fairy tale, and Sunday we will have a live. So please join me for the rest of the week. And until next time, bye everybody. Bye. Love you.